Framework Fortune. I'm your host, Ben, and we're going to jump into some live trading. Maybe here as the NASDAQ is dying. Cracked that uptrend that we had yesterday already this morning, down to 1369. So tomorrow being Friday, and every Friday we've been seeing sell-offs first thing. Sorry guys, hold on, I got a text message. I'm a little bit I'm a little bit busy today. All right. Anyway, I forgot where I was at, but yeah, the NQ dropping pretty hard. We do have oil pushing back up, so I'm going to be looking for some oil plays here to see if they're moving. What's up, Eric? Drinking a cup of coffee. Got to head to work today. All right, well, appreciate you stopping in and saying hello. Oh yeah, we're going to need to look at oil plays. Let's see, is gold coming up any? The NKTX starting to push up over 20. End up holding over this 200-day. It might be a possible play. ATEM, take that crap off. Arch was that one play. I still need to do some research with that big dividend. Swivel making a nice U shape on the daily chart. When it can break and hold 10, that could be a possible play. Uranium down a little bit more. CYM below the 200-day. VVIK looks like garbage. ZNCL. That was that one with the Pfizer investment, but not anything really happening at the moment with it. So I don't even remember why that's on my watch list. I believe some things just popped up here randomly. Forge looking like it's trying to get back above all EMAs. Has a sharp downtrend. Needs to break 21st, but could be a possible play there. Veru pulling back. Veru, oh man, this is quite a big flag pattern on this daily chart. Keep that on watch. I still am in my Acon trade from yesterday. End up just continuing to hold it because it came down to the worst case scenario, which was the bottom down here at that 225, but ended up holding up as support and getting a bounce right out the gate here up to about 275. It's pulled back most of the way so far, but I'm continuing to keep an eye on it. I may get out today, I'm not sure, because it is looking like it's trying to form a possible U shape here. A lot of selling pressure out the gate with all these big wicks, so I'm just looking for selling to just be done at this point, and then buyers can take control of it. Yeah, boy, that NQ does not look good. I thought I already removed that trend line. There we go. Yeah, that's looking pretty bad. We may be getting real nasty here real soon. Let's see. Treasury yields rise even after U.S. economy unexpectedly shrinks in the first quarter. What have I been saying? We are already in a recession. So the whole first quarter, our economy shrunk, inflation went up. There is, the mainstream media will, and even Jerome Powell will have you believe that there's some type of major supply and demand misshift in the labor market, but that's all BS. So if you don't have people working, which the way they report, people not or the unemployment, if you've been unemployed for a certain amount of time, they don't count that towards the unemployed numbers. So there's way more people unemployed than they're actually reporting, and that's always how it's been for, I believe, the last 2 decades. So we're in a recession. The economy did not grow, it shrunk. So no recovery and high inflation, sky high prices on everything, especially food and energy. I mean, I don't know how much more you need to be in a recession. So I don't know why I'm the only person who's been saying that we are in a recession already. But I think it's pretty clear at this point. We may hear it come out here in the next week or so that the mainstream media starts saying we're in a recession or we're entering a recession if things don't turn around, which obviously they're not looking like they're going to. But anyway, let's go ahead and check what we got on the scanners. IDIA. This is up 200%. Trust stamp launches biometric multi-fact. That's not nothing. That's all. I mean, T-stamp skyrockets. There's plenty of authentication products like this. This is nothing new. So I don't want nothing to do with that. It is above the 200 trying to hold, but if it doesn't hold this 200, it could drop quite a bit there. I don't like it. SQZ under all the EMAs. Don't like that. NKTX we already have on the watch list. Looking for that break at 20. The VXX coming up, which all the inverse ETFs and ETNs should be on that list. Swivel is up 30%. Top 10% gainers. IMUN. Why? Moderna seeks FDA approval for COVID-19 shot for children 2 to 6. 2 to 6. Okay. Anyway, Swivel is trying to break at 200 right now. It is a little bit higher float, 118 million in shares. Let me scan through the rest of these real quick. RCMT, they had some earnings, but you got like a multiple top up here. It is more than just a triple top, a quadruple top at this point, so I don't think that's going to do anything. TNON, this is a new IPO. The IPO was priced at $5 a share, so it's quite a bit over the price, but it is moving up. Only 12 million shares, barely any volume at all. Only 174,000 in volume. LYTS, what is that? 26 million in float. LSI Industry, they just had a gap up off earnings, but gapping into the 200 days, so too much resistance. Nothing on my day trade above the 200-day scanner. Okay. Metals down. Some oil is up. See, how's our low oil plays doing? INDO. FUSA. MARPS. Those are our low float guys. And INDO is trying to come back up. A little bit of a double bottom here over the past 2 days. That just needs to break back over 20. Yeah, they all have the same pattern. All right below that 50 in the 10-day. Ooh, MARPS actually has a little bit of a U shape here. There's no volume on this, but last time I called this out, there was no volume on it. And then it ran all the way to $32, so. Keep a very close eye on this at the moment. Because this is only 2 million shares in this trust. So it's super, super low float. Break at 8. That's where it could start looking to move. But 850, it's where those indicators are, those EMAs. So resistance there. Acon getting a little bounce back up to 245. Xenon was that one. H is covering CYN quite a bit. I'm not going to keep an eye on that one that much. LTBR at uranium swing has pulled down some, with uranium pulling down. Let's see, it trend line's at 6. I don't think I want to hold it all the way down to 6. I could always get back in. Looking for it to rebound today, but if oil starts catching all the attention again, uranium's going to get ignored for a little bit longer. See, where's our downtrend at right there? Activate drawing, bam. So basically we got to break 105 and then that original 110 area that's been pretty strong resistance, but this is a pretty nice triangle on the oil chart. Let's see. Correction to Iran ramps up oil. Iran oil exports rose to 870,000 barrels per day in the first 3 months of the year, up 30% from an average day in the full year of 2021. Iran ramps up oil exports as China pulls back on Russian oil. Oh, and incorrectly they said they rose to 750,000 barrels a day. So they were off on their original article by 120,000. Who did that? That's a big mistake. 120,000 barrels of oil at $100 a barrel, that's over millions of dollars. So that's quite a bit of a mistake to make. Whoever that was should get fired probably. Now, whether or not, that's enough to affect the price of oil, them ramping up 30%. It just shows you when you see things like that, when they're like, oh, they ramped up their oil supply 30%. So you're telling me that they could have been putting out 30% more supply this whole time, which would make gas cheaper, and they haven't been doing that. So, this is where it comes in. There's all these shenanigans and political nonsense involved in the market that should not be. Government should not have enough power to where they can influence an entire market. If that is the case, it is not free markets. So right at the moment, though, let's see. Let me go through. Swivel getting a little bit frisky there, trying to test $10 right now. What's that top right there? 10.85. So break of 11. It's a possible play. Let me analyze this here. It's a beautiful U shape. But if you get in here, you are getting in at the top of this daily chart. Let's see, 200 day is at 950. Could look for an entry. Go 10. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. Okay. Thank you, Lloyd. Appreciate that. Yeah, exactly, Eric. I'm just doing my thing, I'm working. Like I said, birthdays for me, especially at this age, they don't mean much. Just got to keep grinding. There's no stopping. But here's my gift to you guys today. I'm going in on this. Oh, maybe if I can get in here. What happened there? Oh, it's starting to push over. What is happening? Why is my... Hold on a second. Let me check my phone here. Why am I not getting filled? Let me see. Let me see if I can grab 5 here. No, something's wrong here. What's going on? I don't know what is going on. That is strange. Got the money to take the entry. Let me drop my screen real quick and bring thinkorswim back up and see, because I added just a little bit of money this morning. But yeah, get all the roasting out today. I can't believe that's not working right now. Roast meat as much as possible today, because after this, the only roasting is going to be for anybody who is in our way. We, the whole Framework Fortune community, about to take on the world. Let me see here. I'm just going to put this background, there we go. Give me just a second. Let me restart thinkorswim. I have to log in, or I would, not hide the background, but y'all don't need my password and email to my thinkorswim. It's not like there's much in there anyway right now. Now that play did get rejected at 10 that first hit. It looked like it was going to break, so this might have actually saved me from possibly making a mistake, but maybe not. It was looking, yeah, it's still right there at 10. Let me think just a little bit. What is it again? 950? Okay. What are you talking about? Oh, those funds I put in are still on hold. That's not what it's showing me. You liar. Oh, here, let me put the thing back up. Almost forgot. These banks. Let's see. This isn't really a breakout yet, though. The breakout would be at the previous high on this IPO. This is a rebound, not a breakout. I mean, it dropped all the way to 417 and then got bought back up. Now, of course, if you were down in here, you'd be in a lot better position. But at that time, I mean, you didn't know if this thing was going to break out to the upside or not. That downtrend was still right there. I guess it kind of is a breakout to it, if you look at it like that, of that downtrend. But right, look at that, up to 10.07, 10.15. It's got to crack the uptrend before it can even get back down to 9. It is up to 10.35, 10.40, 10.50. Testing 10.50. Got a minute and a half on this 15-minute candle and the hour candle to close. Over 10.55, 10.60, 10.70. I'm sorry, what was that one life you were saying about $9? Nice little bounce there off of the trend line so far. Up to that 10.75. So if I would have got filled, see the thing is, when my phone is saying that it is cleared, it's not showing on thinkorswim that it's cleared, but it's showing on my phone that it's cleared. So that's kind of unfortunate, especially when I was about trying to get in right there at 9.90. But as long as it holds this uptrend, it could keep going up. The breakout point, though, like I said, is at 10.75, which is where we just hit. So break at 10.75 is that previous high, like I said. And then there comes the break at 10.75. Testing it now. Bid stacking at 10.75. See if I keep stacking. Got all the way up to 10.80 something. Yeah, so you can see where that is the resistance. Oh, bid just stacked up to 10. We're going to get up to 11 here. Getting real close. Yep, boom, breaking right through 11 up to 11.15. So, one life. Do you want to talk about this? Do you want to talk about the dollar rip that just happened that you said it was going to 9? And it went $1 in the other way from your call out? Alright, very nice though. Nice pop there. Hate that I missed it, but it is what it is. And there comes another test of 11. A whole dollar bounce just off of that trend line. So that was a good move. It may not be done because it is over that high. So like I said, we start holding 10.75 and break 11, which we're holding 10.75 so far. That would be the breakout point. That would be this thing going bullish. Nope, it's struggling there. And it might have, well, let's see. Held up again. I was going to say it might have to struggle here for a few minutes or even pull back down. Again, what's the NQ doing? NQ's at 13.1. It may not pull back. Keeps testing 11. Oh, there it goes. Just shot up for a new high up to 11.40. Getting real volatile, coming right back down to 10.71. So there's a nice $1.40 overall pop so far off that bounce. All right, let me see what else is going on. This is I've already missed this, I feel like. I don't really want to get in here now. Where I wanted to get in on the trend line, or right around the trend line was where would have been fine, but getting in up here when it could pull back a whole dollar to the bottom of the trend line, a little bit more riskier. Like I said, man, roast it. Get it all out today. Roast me all you want today. Pick apart my trading strategy. It's my birthday, so have at it. Take me down a peg or two. Take me down a notch or two, because, again, after this, the only people getting roasted is the people in our way. So use me as your batting practice, your practice dummy, whatever you want to do. You know, go at it. Have at it. Still trying to hold that 1075. Golly, man, I'm getting so many texts right now. Okay, get that out of here. All right. What's up, Austin? Thank you, sir. Appreciate the happy birthday wishes. What? You trying to ask my age? Shoot. We had to do some math and figure that out. I stopped counting years ago. Hold on a second, guys. I got a call coming in now. Give me just a second. I'll be right back. Let's keep it on. Let's keep it on swivel here, as it is trying to hold up that 1075 area, but starting to give it up here. Yeah, give me just a couple of minutes. I'll be right. Alright, so that's pulling back down to the trend line. See what's happening over here. Nice. You hit on a big on a sports bet? Well, there you go, man. Lucky guy, lucky guy. Alright, here. LTBR is still dipping. This is that low float uranium play I've been swinging. If I want to let it. Oh, I don't want to let it go. Like I said, I'm not going to hold it down to 6. I'll give it as long as it's holding up 650. There's not really a lot of volume on it though. No, only 80,000 in volume. HYMC has started coming back up a little bit after that big drop, but it's mainly because of gold and the NASDAQ both dropping. See, oil's still pushing, starting to break that downtrend. MARPS did try to pop over 8, got up to 820. Anything else new popping up? What's that IDA doing? Yeah, it's just selling off. SQZ, I don't remember seeing that earlier. Oh yeah, that's that one for the COVID shot for 2-year-olds. Nothing wrong with that. This is pins. That's spoil 2. IMUN, still not much going on with that. Swivels is the second top gainer. Well, this one's the first, but Swivels right there, 60%. Okay, I don't see much else anywhere popping up. HUSA, now things are popping up on my day trade above the 200 scanner. And HUSA is the one that is popping up, so I'm going to focus on HUSA. I'm going to delink this chart and put oil on this chart. Whoops, not that chart. Went to the wrong chart. You go here. HUSA, no, come back here. HUSA, you come here. There we go. A little bit too high. Well, actually, I don't know. I may go MARPS. Acon still holding around that 230 area. Oh gosh, got some NFTs you made there on OpenSea, Lauren. Let's see what you got going on here. Oh man. Oh man. Oh gosh. Oh Lord. We'll take a look at these a little bit later in the stream. I don't want to pull them up too early just because. See, MARPS is back up to, man, I'm really leaning towards MARPS. We got a 30-cent spread. Let me see if those funds have cleared yet on TD Ameritrade. No, they still haven't. Alright, so I think for now, I'm going to get out of LTBR. Probably going to, I feel like I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to go ahead and get out of it. take a $6 loss on it so I can try to get into one of these oil plays if oil's feeling like it's going to get froggy here. So it is trying to hold up on that area. Hussa Marps, Hussa Marps. Let's start. Let's see, we got quite a bit on this 15-minute candle. But if oil starts breaking, you know, these boys can move. Bid's moving up on Marps to 75. See, Hussa's got room to 4 before it runs into some major resistance. Well, I don't know if oil breaks up, that resistance isn't going to matter much. What's Forge doing? Forge just hanging out. Swivel. Right on the trend line again, possibly going to pull back. We got this indecision doji here, and then red candle following, dropping below the bottom of the body right there. So that usually signifies bearish movement. Yeah, it looks like that may crack. Let me focus on Marps and Hussa. Of course, INDO would start moving too, more than likely. See how much, what is Hussa's float? Hussa's 10 million. Whoops. Hussa has a lot more volume though. Starting to kind of lean here, so I'll wait it out. If we get a pullback to 350 on Hussa, then I'll probably take an entry there, as long as the oil isn't dumping. In Q, rebounding. Got down there, but bouncing back up. Actually got back above the trend line. How about that? Look at you, NASDAQ, trying to survive. Yeah, IDIA is all the way down to 575 now. Quite a drop. Let's see. Is oil gonna push? What's Let me look at the NASDAQ versus oil. What's going on here? Yeah, so when the NASDAQ is rebounding, oil is coming down. So we just need to see the NASDAQ fell here, and then we get to start seeing oil push back up. See, NKTX rejected off of $20. TLN still going sideways. Uranium hitting a low. Swivel down to 10. Yeah, I think it's going to be oil plays. Question is, do I want to play MARPS or do I want to play HUSA? If oil does hold up here. Look very close to the one with the top at. Yeah, I see the again on there. That little. That's why I was laughing. It was pretty funny. Those are interesting NFTs for sure. What are we going to do here? Well, what are we going to do? Okay. That right there. I'm just going to be patient here. There's nothing else really going on, so no reason. Or if there is something else going on, let me know. I'm not seeing it. Well, IMTE just started popping up a little bit. Let me turn this. That's quite a ways up. Although I did have a huge sell-off. Just bouncing off of that bottom. It's been holding at $4. I don't know about that. Probably, well, I don't know. How low is this float? Well, 9 million in floats. Pretty low. That's another possible play. Got this big U shape on the 15 minute. Just running a 475 as resistance. If I could make some type of pullback. See, let's just draw the you know, the little channel here, a little sloping uptrend channel. There we go. So as long as we're in that, we are good to go. This is interesting play. Solo float coming off of that bottom. We'll start building a little position here. Oil is starting to push up a little bit, but just not seeing any really good pattern to get in on those plays yet. 458 is our bottom resistance, our bottom support. That's where the trend line is, as well as the tops of these two candles. So I get just a little bit more of a pullback. Yeah, come on down just a little bit. There's no news on this play. It is below all the EMA, so it is a little risky, but I'm just looking for this momentum to continue off of the bottom here. Maybe up to 558 or something like that. If it can break 5, which not really any resistance in the way for it to try to break 5. Oh, actually, there's a lot of resistance back here on this chart. Did not see that. But when it breaks up over 5, it usually gives a wick up. There's a bunch of wicks. So this could be a very fast, tricky, dangerous play because it is super low float. Let's add another 20 here. Get out of here. Another 10 because it is starting to push up towards that 5. Grab 10 more. Got an average of 477 on 40 shares. See, now it's at 485. So, question is, do I want to grab 50 and make it even 50? It's going to bring my average up. Yeah, I'm going to grab 10 more. I actually got that. Okay, that's fine. 50 at 478. I'll take that to start with. I would much rather get it, like I said, at 450. But I don't know. The way it's continuing to hold this 475 area, I don't know if it's going to come back down to there without having some type of little pop first. That volume coming in. A lot of volume on that candle. So it's a little risky, but it's low risk because $4 is strong support. That held up, and that's where we're getting that momentum off of. We're only up 15% so far. Oh, IMTE is a NFT play. Yeah, this is an NFT play. So what's going on? Let me pop over to TradingView and see what's happening with cryptos right at the moment. If an NFT stock is starting to get some volume. Actually, I kind of like this now that it's an NFT play. I might hold this longer if... Yeah, let's see. Ethereum over 2,900. Bitcoin just about back over 40,000. 250,000 away. Not 250,000. $250 away from 40,000. Let's check. Let me see some of these other NFT plays. If they're getting moving, these NFT cryptos. That one's down. Well, yeah, the charts on a lot of these NFT cryptos. Look at this. Guild of Guardians, that looks exactly the same as the daily chart. Hold on, let me fix this where we can see it a little bit better. It looks exactly the same as the daily chart on IMTE. So IMTE is moving off of sentiment of NFTs possibly getting ready to rebound. Let me do it like this. But look at that. Run up starting there in March. Then sell off right back down to those bottoms. Almost exactly the same pattern. That's Guild of Guardians. Let's check Olivium. Yep, same thing on Olivium. So with Olivium's rebounded a little bit today. Almost back up to 500. Okay. Well, now I have something even. I have more information to go off of now because we now know IMTE is following NFT crypto plays. I'm in my element now. Come on. Of course, got to keep in mind the Ethereum and Bitcoin have, well, either Ethereum and Bitcoin are following the NASDAQ futures, or the NASDAQ futures are following Ethereum and Bitcoin. I almost want to say that's the case, that the NASDAQ is following Bitcoin. And the reason why is because Bitcoin has a bigger market cap by quite a bit than the NASDAQ does. So I'm starting to think that's what it is. And that it's not, we need to see Bitcoin and Ethereum decouple from the stock markets. The NASDAQ and the stock market needs to decouple from them, which is what I'm looking at to happen. I want to say July 4th, like every single chart, as I've been talking about in the crypto markets and all the markets, gold, silver, oil, all of them looked like they're going to break consolidation the first week of July. And to me, that sounds like it's going to be a big, big shift. Yeah, come on down there a little bit. Let me get some cheaper shares. Let's add a little 5 right there at 461. Well, if I can hit a 5. See if I can slide in there. Yeah, right. Oh, nope, that just popped up. Let's see. You gonna give me that? Give me that. Come on. Give me that. Give me that 463. There we go. I'll take 5 more if we're going to be right there at it. Man, my robot vacuum cleaner, I don't know. He's not moving around today, so it must be his day off. How about you, Daniel B? How's your robot books going? How are they doing today? Oh, really? What's the NASDAQ market cap? One Life. You tell me what the NASDAQ market cap is, and then I'll tell you what Bitcoin's market cap is, and we'll see. I think you're going to be a little surprised here, One Life. NASDAQ is only one exchange in the U.S. Bitcoin is traded globally. I'll wait till you bring that number up. If you get around to it, you know, no big deal. If I'm wrong, then I would love to be corrected so I know, so I'm accurate on my information. So I would love to get to the bottom of it. If not actually heard anybody challenge me on that, but I could be wrong. All right. Let's see, as HH posted his new uranium video, the first of his uranium stock series. Let's see if he's got it posted up here. Yeah, he does. All right. Good deal. So there is going to be a lot that HH is So what does that say, One Life? The NASDAQ is 26 billion and Bitcoin is 755 billion. that's Stonks and Chomps, who is fact checked for us. So what the numbers say is that Bitcoin's market cap is actually, I don't even know what the math on that is. 100x of what the NASDAQ is. You gonna learn one day, buddy, to stop trying me on cryptos. Let's see. For my birthday, I'm working. That's what I'm doing. I'm streaming right now, baby. I'm gonna be streaming here in a little bit on the crypto channel for the live Gods Unchained stream today. Money don't stop. Money does not stop. I don't. Why? Why? I don't know. I hate to. I don't like. I don't want to be negative about my birthday, but just my personal perspective. Like, what am I celebrating? I'm just a random guy like anybody else, and why do I need to be celebrated being born onto the earth? That's a normal occurrence. Literally, millions of people a day are born on the earth. So, to me, it's not like that big of a deal. It's like, it's just one of those things we've always done, and we are seeing IMTE starting to pop back up here. Yeah, see, Austin, like we were saying the other day, me and Austin had a phone call there for the first time as we've been talking about a few things, and maybe getting Austin on YouTube with his technical analysis and things that he does, and getting him a part of the network. We'll see. We'll see. That was kind of in private, but you know what? I'm feeling good. I'm gonna let it slip. So, that's up to Austin whether he ends up joining the Framework Fortune Network or not. But I would sure love to have him. Um, but yeah, we had that conversation the other day. That was it, the thing with cryptos and blockchain technology is there's so much misinformation out there because it's a new technology, and even people who have degrees in technology don't understand blockchain technology. Like, if you have not been actively learning about blockchain technology, then any evaluations, any fundamentals, anything that you do to try to value a currency, a cryptocurrency, is going to be completely skewed because you're not looking at the whole entire picture. You have to understand, with whatever the crypto project is, what are the smart contracts doing? What is the security that is securing the chain? Is that security been around long enough that it is a safe chain to put millions of dollars in? By the way, also Ethereum has a larger market cap than the Nasdaq. Ethereum's is, I think, 300 million. Cosmos Atom, I think, has a larger market cap. Well, the whole entire Cosmos ecosystem definitely has a larger market cap than the Nasdaq. And this is what I've been talking about when I've been saying that the stock market, the U.S. stock market, first off, is not the end all be all of anything, nor is the U.S. dollar the end all be all of anything. Um, and a lot of money is locked in smart contracts in the blockchain. So even when the NASDAQ pulls back really hard, if we have a super crack in the NASDAQ, more than likely Bitcoin and Ethereum are not going to sell off that hard because a lot of money is locked in those chains. Billions are locked in those chains. So whereas the stock market, everybody can just yank out all their money all of a sudden, it's a little bit more trickier to get billions of dollars out of a chain. Now, if the billions of dollars in, say, Ether or whatever is just sitting there in your wallet, you can get it out in a second. That's the great thing about cryptos. If you have it in your wallet, you can send it anywhere within a second. You can, if you got Coinbase or any of these other centralized exchanges, you can have it. You can get a debit card that turns your crypto into cash on the purchase when you swipe the card. So you don't need
It's not hard at all to move money from a wallet, but with staking, a lot of staking has lockup periods. Liquidity pools tend to have lockup periods. There's a lot of lockup periods to get these high interest rewards for staking and all of that. And because of that, it's that there's a ton of money in staking, because staking is what secures the majority of the chains, because most chains are proof of stake, which just means that the whole blockchain is held up by multiple computers around the world randomly. You don't know who any of them are, but the block itself has to go through each one of those computers and match up to the previous block. And that secures the whole entire blockchain in a proof of stake network. So those Ethereum's proof of stake, Binance's proof of stake, Cosmos ecosystem, for the most part, a lot of them are proof of stake. Solana's a lot of proof of stake. I think Solana may be, actually, I don't know if Solana's proof of stake, but they do have staking. But that's the difference between the stock market and cryptocurrencies. There's not money that is just locked in the stock market. If you're a big institution, if you wanted to, you could just dump all your shares on everybody else. Where there's a lot more protocols in the blockchain technology that keeps one or two major holders of the coin from dumping it on the rest of the coin holders, which does not exist in the stock market whatsoever. So that alone is another reason why people are going to cryptos, because not just the US stock market, but most stock markets across the world are all shenanigans. Like this one, they're not secure. You can get scammed off of a news headline. I've seen large caps come out with a news headline, and that was a perfect example earlier. That one we were looking at where they were talking about they got the amount of barrels of oil wrong. That was millions of dollars worth of barrels of oil, and they got a press release wrong on that. So with blockchain, you don't have those type of mistakes. It takes out a lot of human error, which is the biggest problem with government, everything is human error. So anyway, yeah. First off, again, mining is proof of work. That's only one type of chain. Proof of stake, there is no mining. The Bitcoin is proof of work. Dogecoin is proof of work. Um, Litecoin is proof of work. Anything forked off of Bitcoin, even PKT Cash, the new internet bandwidth one I've been talking about, is forked off of Bitcoin as well. Those are proof of work, and those are mining. But once all the supply is mined, then it's just like if a company put all the shares out at once. I mean, it's not any different. But guess what? A proof of work chain can't add extra shares, and we're coming up to $5 for a test here on IMTE. And yes, this is a stock live stream trading, but I'm trading a crypto stock right now. I'm trading NFT crypto. So the reason why I'm talking about all this, and it has exactly everything to do with the NQ, because the NQ, like I said, has been following Bitcoin and NASDAQ because they are the bigger market caps. So it's completely relevant. If the NASDAQ is following Bitcoin and Ethereum, then your whole entire stock market long analysis is going to have to involve Bitcoin and Ethereum charting as well. So, I mean, this is what it's going to become. Like, you think all these technology companies are not going to go to blockchain technology? In the next couple of years, every tech stock on the stock market is going to have some type of blockchain technology involved with them. So, I mean, eventually, there's not going to be any separating crypto and stock market. It's not going to happen because all the tech stocks, like I said, they're all going to be blockchain for the most part. You know. What's it follow then? I hear what you guys are saying, but you guys market. So you're telling me the $20 billion NASDAQ is leading the almost $1 trillion market caps of combined Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's what you're telling me? Okay. It's like it's the pit bulls following the chihuahua, right? The chihuahua's always leading the pack one life. They're always aggressive, and pit bulls are the babies. That's Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're the little cute little pit bull babies, and about 60 pounds, and that little 1 pound chihuahua's in the front leading those two markets, right? That's the ignorance I'm talking about. The fact that you think that a U.S. exchange, not the entire U.S. stock market, just the NASDAQ, which is only one exchange. You still have the NYSE and then the entire OTC market, which has 4 different levels, the grays, the pinks, the QB, and the QX. You think one U.S. exchange is controlling the entire global population trading Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's what you think. That's your argument you're gonna go with. This is what we're gonna do on my birthday. Y'all gonna challenge me to a crypto debate for the 80th time and lose for the 85th time? Because I know there's been times where I'm not on stream where you're in your head trying to debate, oh, how am I gonna get him next time with this crypto debate? I'm gonna get him. So you've already lost probably 5 debates in your head that haven't even occurred yet. So why you guys keep it up, man? Why we gotta do this? Y'all just do a little bit of research. Like I've been saying for a year now, do a little bit of research and then we can talk about it. I ain't having debates with people who have not done a lick of research on cryptos, especially not listen to somebody who claimed 15 minutes ago the NASDAQ was a larger market cap than Bitcoin. Oh boy. I thank you. Thank you for that laugh. That was a good laugh. I needed that on my birthday. I really appreciate that. That was a good birthday present, One Life. Thank you so much for that. Did I not just mention the other markets in the U.S. stock market? Get it out. Like I said, get it out. Roast me all you want. But just remember, if you are going to roast me, at least try to make it make sense or make it have something backing behind it. Or, well, I don't even know if that's roasting, what you guys are trying to do. All right, so we're having a little bit of pullback here. I'm going to go back to technical analysis now. I'm going to let the peanut gallery have at it. Let's see. What I wanted. Oh, there it is. Extend to the right. There we go. So we are getting a little selling pressure. Where'd it go? I was just talking about all that because I was just waiting for this consolidation to make a move up. So we got rejected. Top of the body of this 15-minute candle is at 485. So we're having some resistance at 485 we need to get through. And we got 9 minutes on this chart. All right, man. All right, man. Hey, that's your analysis. If that's what you come up is the crypto market doesn't mean anything, then hey, have at it. You know, I'm not going to pull your arm or leg to try to get you into cryptos. I'm not telling anybody to go buy or sell anything. All I'm doing is just laying out the facts of how cryptos work versus against the stock market. It's just gonna be so funny, like I was saying, when all the tech stocks become crypto stocks and then you guys have no choice but to trade crypto stocks. Cause that's what's gonna happen. And then y'all are still gonna be calling them tulips while you're trading them. It's gonna be hilarious. Oh man, One Life, you might make that wall of shame I was talking about too at the rate you're going the last 2 days. Boy, you've been on fire. What did I do to you? Why are you so mad at me? Build wealth for others. That's a good one. That's a good one, man. That's a good one. I'm trying to build. You're actually right. I am trying to use cryptos to build wealth for others. That's the whole point of the Framework Fortune Project, is to help people learn how to trade and not have to go pay for courses, but instead pay or get paid to learn how to trade. And then, of course, the Trading League, the social media platform for the Trading League and the competition, all of that stuff. You know, that's what the whole Framework Fortune Project about, is making other people, or helping make other people wealthy. So, yeah, you're right, Daniel B. Thank you. Are you One Life? Are you okay? Like, are you sure you're okay? Cause what you just said. This is Riot. This Riot is a crypto mining stock. Oh, right here. Look at that. Riot blockchain. Tells you the EBITDA versus the loss. They report their results, their earnings. Look at that. Financial results and operational highlights for the year. They reported a net loss of $7.9 million in 2021. That is a crypto stock that is giving you exactly what you're saying does not exist at this moment in the stream. Oh man, we're gonna learn all types of stuff about cryptos today, I guess. You're turning this into a whole crypto lesson, man. It's a valuable. You're right. I am going to have to take this live stream, cut some of this up, and put it on the crypto channel because, man, we're really getting deep here. You and DB might actually learn something today. We keep up at this rate. Oh, there you go. There you go. We're still hanging in here at 480.
I love it. I love it. That's the best. That's the best when people get shown that they're completely wrong about what they're talking about, and then they resort to insults. Oh, you got the same 9 people watching your stream. So, I'm glad. Thank you, all 9 of you for who are here. I appreciate it. I could have 0, so 9 is better than 0, right? Same thing with trading. Green is always better than 0. You're so angry. What are you so angry at me for? What have I done to you? Oh my lord. Did you and DB switch profiles? Is that what's going on? Oh boy. Oh, if you guys would, just realize it's okay to be wrong. Like, there's no reason to be, like, upset when you're wrong about something. I'm wrong all the time. It just so happens on cryptos I know quite a bit. So, it's going to be pretty hard to catch me being wrong on the thing that I've been researching nonstop every day. And I'm in the NFT markets, in the DeFi and the staking and all of that. My crypto knowledge is way, way beyond you and DB's. But that's not because I'm a genius or anything. That's just because you guys haven't done any research. That's it. I only, like, if you guys did any research, your arguments, you would see you don't have anything to back them. You would see what I'm talking about and you would understand. Like, I don't pull things out of thin air. That's literally all I do is research everything. You should research everything too. Like, and I ain't even just talking about stock market or day trading or any of that. I'm just talking about in general. Like, if you're going to go buy a new computer, research it. Or a new cell phone, research it. And what are they using in that phone? Maybe that phone's got something valuable in it, like a little bit of gold or silver in that phone chip. You might be buying a cell phone. Let's say, here's a good example of this. Let's say you go to Verizon. They have some type of smartphone. It's $500. I'm just using a simple example. And you go to T-Mobile and they have a similar version of the same smartphone. We'll just say they're both Android, but one's made by a different phone manufacturer than the other. But they're both the same price, all the same functions, all of that. Well, let's say the one in Verizon does not use gold or silver in their chips, and the one at T-Mobile does. Well, because the one at Verizon or the one at T-Mobile has gold and silver in their chips, the value of those are automatically going to be worth more than the other $500 one of the same USD dollar price, because the other one does not have any gold and silver in it, right? So that's what you want to research, no matter what it is throughout your life. Whatever you're purchasing, do the research. Just don't buy things off of a whim, because there's usually always some type of better deal. And if you go deep into the research like that, like looking at what the materials are in that piece of product, then you can really start understanding the value and manufacturing cost, which is another thing. In America, not a lot of people do this, but you can negotiate at any business there is. Trust me, I know this for a fact, because my father, who is turning 70 here in May, is the most incredible negotiator that I have ever seen, especially at Ace Hardware. He will go into Ace Hardware and talk those people at the register into giving them a whole bunch of hammers and stuff like that for like half the price. So any store, anywhere, you can negotiate price. A lot of people don't know that about cars. Like, if you're going to a car dealership to buy a car, you can negotiate that price.
Just because they tell you a price doesn't mean you have to take that price. I sat 10 hours one day at a dealership because I did not like the deal they were trying to give me, and by the time um, 6 hours rolled around, I was telling them, "Give me my keys," because I was trying to trade in my other car. I had my keys at that point, and I was like, "Give me my keys back. I am leaving. You are not giving me nowhere near the deal that I was talking about or looking for. So just give me my keys. We've already wasted enough time here." Well, they kept going back to the finance office over and over again, doing the same shenanigans. And finally, I was like, at like 9 o'clock at night, the damn place was about to close. I was like, if you do not give me my damn keys, then we're going to have a problem. Well, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I know we're closing, but just let me go check one more thing. After 10 hours of negotiating with those jackholes, they finally gave me the deal I wanted. They could have saved me 10 hours if they would just gave me the deal in the first place. But you can negotiate no matter what it is. That's one of the good things about um, markets. And I'm sure you can do the same thing in other countries. Maybe not like the more centralized countries, but I know you can go to South America or Mexico or um, smaller countries in the Middle East. And if you've got a gold necklace on, you can go into the store and negotiate for that gold for whatever food and whatever else you're trying to get. So never be afraid to negotiate, no matter what it is, because you absolutely can. You may not get the product, but you might, and you might get it for a lot cheaper than you thought you was. Let's see. Akon looking strong though. Yeah, Akon's looking pretty good. Nothing wrong with that. It's holding up. IMTE having a little bit of a pullback here. Let's see what's happening. That possibly could lead to a sell off again, having another little indecision candle here, like on that other play we analyzed earlier, where it had that red candle following it. Usually leads to a sell off, but buyers are trying to come in at the trend line there at the moment. Yeah, last little bit of buyers. See this level 2 470 can stack. As long as we get back over 475, it's fine. Still 10 minutes in this candle though, so there's a lot of time. Indo, Hussa, they still haven't broke out yet. Marm's dropping a little bit lower. Oil is over 104 though. Why are those oil plays not running? Interesting. Hold on, give me just a second, guys. Be right back.
All right, very nice. Nice little bounce off of there. So that's what I wanted to see. Nothing wrong with that. Looks like we may even try to come back up for a test of 490, possibly 5. Can you do it? I think you can. I think you got it in you. I'm not the only one who says that in life. Or I guess if I am, then oh well. You know, I've also been one of the very few people the last couple of years who said inflation was going to go out of control, and you guys mocked me for that for the last 2 years. And then also that the NQ was not going to continue to go up, that we were going to have a massive pullback, which so far, 16.7 all the way down to 13.12.9. A 4,000 something drop on the NQ is quite a drop, and it doesn't look like we're done yet. So, and then DB. Well, how do you know every book that you read is true? Who fact checked the books that the people you read wrote? How do you know that everything that is in Warren Buffett's books and whoever else you reads books? How do you know what they're saying in those books are true? You just read the book and just go off of that? You don't fact check it or research it or anything? You don't know how to do research? Part of doing research is checking other sources and checking other, data to make sure that the source you're reading lines up. And also, just for clarity, if you want to know exactly how a project works, once again, it's in their white papers. And, oh, by the way, I just actually mentioned this yesterday on the crypto update. We have this nice little couple who was scammed out of some money on a garbage crypto, a scam coin. And they started rug.io to actually go in to the protocols, all the data, all the coding of the blockchain technologies. And they can show you everything that you need to know to give it some type of safety warning. Like this Onyx Money is a new one. It's not KYC'd with RegDoc. No reputable audits as of date, because there is audits for the code in all of these blockchain done by professional coding auditing services like certificates. Liquidity is not locked. Not in multi-sig. We highly recommend the project to use one with community members or reliable third parties as an approver due to said governance risk. And then see right here, we have the Genesis contract review. Transfer tax of native token can be set to 100%, which would block all transfers. Token ownership not renounced. Owner can mint and dump. Does not account for transfer tax tokens. Withdrawals prone to re-entrancy attacks in case of vulnerable tokens. Low liquidity at the time of listing, $31. Governance can drain the contract 90 days after the pool ends. Fee address can be set to the 0 address, which would block harvest. Max 1% deposit fee. Token operator equals treasury. Deposit fee 0 to 1%. Genesis is running for 2 days. Triple check the contract you interact with. Make sure it matches the contract address there, and then you can go and find the project's website. And you can do this with tons and tons. They constantly analyze, and we will be submitting the Framework Fortune project to RugDoc for transparency, as well as the KYC and all of that. So if you want to learn more about cryptos and what it is and if they're safe or not. Rug.io, not a partner, not an affiliate, not a sponsor, not an associate, but a very valuable resource to use, especially if you don't understand all of the coding and the blockchain side of cryptocurrencies. This is going to help you learn quite a bit and know when a new project comes out, how it looks, if it looks like it could be a safe project, or if it's something that is very high risk. So there you go, rug.io. We will throw that in the live stream chat there for anybody who wants to check that out. Anyway, oh, there we go. Now you're starting to pop. You know, there's not a lot of technical analysis to do at the moment, so that's why I was just talking about all this other stuff, waiting for this thing to do its thing. Now it's starting to do its thing. So let's watch this thing do its thing and see if we can't make a little bit more money here. I'm up $11 at the moment. If we can get a nice break of 5, maybe we can make a little bit more. What's that now, Daniel B? The world is manipulated as start exists. What exactly do you mean by that? I don't understand what you're saying. You're saying since the beginning of humans that the world has been manipulated? If that's what you're saying, I 100% agree. The definition of manipulation is I just blanked out because I thought that was about to pop up. The definition of manipulation is basically to interfere or control. Not always. Manipulation doesn't always mean necessarily control, but interfere with some type of already existing thing or whatever. So the moment that humans were put on Earth, they started manipulating the environment to survive. Part of survival of the fittest is actually manipulation. So you are 100% correct, and I'm glad that you agree with me on the law of survival of the fittest. Finally. Let's see if we get this pop here. You slow moving, boy. You need to get it up there. Let's go. You're only 9 million in float. You're not that low float. How's that old boy Akon looking? Still holding above 250. That's all right. Like I said, I'll hold it as long as it's above 250. It's that new IPO. NQ still in the same areas it has been. That gray box. It's just going sideways really at the moment. Oil's still pushing up, but oil play's still not moving. That's scary. Well, the oil play is not moving when the oil's pushing. Maybe people are waiting for the break of 105 on oil. That could be what it is. And here we go, testing 5. Got some sellers at $4.99. Not a lot of them, though, really. Let's see if we get another big buying volume spike here to bust right through this $5. Testing it now. A lot of 5s coming through on the time and sells. Still orders sitting there. Let's see if they start getting taken out. There we go. We just popped over 5. So that's a new high a day. Let's see if we hold 5. Got to hold 5 now. Once bids are stacking at 5, more buyers should be comfortable coming in. But if 5 does not hold, they are not going to come in. And this won't rip right away. How long have I been streaming for, man? My mouth's going dry and everything.
Oh, that's why. We're almost at 2 hours. There we go. Starting to already push up. Now, I could sell at the top about 525 of this, but I'm going to give it a shot to try to break out of this channel. Because if it breaks out of this channel now, it could move on up more than 525. We're still struggling with 5 though. What's up, Sicilian? How's it going, buddy? How you doing this morning? It's almost afternoon. So we're getting some rejection. Oh, bid just stacked. We got a big buyer stacking at 5. He just got taken out. We need to see those bids start stacking again. We don't have a lot of orders sitting on 5, but sellers are still coming through. Yeah, there they are. They're stacking on the ask, so we're still fighting with it. We may not be able to break quite yet. Let's see, what do we got? 7 minutes on this 15-minute candle. A lot of time left, though. Put this on a 1 hour chart. Bada bing. Ooh, look at that beautiful 1 hour chart. Yeah, oh wow. On the 1 hour chart, if we do break 5, we do have room between the bottom here and the 200-day on the hour chart all the way up to 7. I don't know if it'll go that high today, but that would be quite a rip. That'd be a nice rip. But we're struggling with 5 for now, so no reason to even get excited about that. I am going to go ahead and swing this into the hour chart just so I can keep an eye on how these hour candles are looking. 10-day crossed the 50 earlier. And strong rejection off of 5, but 490 still trying to hold as support there. Let's see. Hero hashtag hero. Hippo Holdings. I don't know anything about Hippo Holdings. Let's pull it up. I can do some quick analysis of it and see what we come up with. You say that Hippo's expansion to the Empire State further diversifies its portfolio, reaching 80%. So Hippo $2, proactive home protection. What is this? Home protection. That doesn't sound very promising. Ooh. That thing, when did that thing fall? 2021. It's crashed. It's been crashing from $10 down. Max week chart. Oh, so that just IPO'd last year. At the beginning of January. Had a little pop out of the gate and then just dying the rest of the way. Let's pop up. I'm going to flip this chart back here to IMTE. And then I'm going to pull up Hippo's website real quick and figure out what they do. What is it? HIPO is what it was? HIPO stock. Hippo Holdings, American Property Insurance Company. Okay, so they offer home insurance that covers homes and okay. They use AI and big data to aggregate and analyze property information. They have 2 subsidiaries, it looks like, Your House Inc. and POD Holdings. That's their analytics company, is the PED Holdings. Your House Inc. Let's see. Your House Inc. Alto. Key facts about Your House. Incorporated on April 1st, 2021. Company type foreign for-profit. It's a foreign company in California. Whatever that makes sense. Registered agent is a corporation service company, so that could be like, that could be anything. That could be, what is it? Inkfile. Inkfile is that type of company. That's not really anything special. Let's see what else. Now, insurance companies can be very profitable companies because insurance is a scam, right? I mean, it is. Let's just be honest. I'll give you money in case something happens later on in the future. And then you can pay for whatever happens, maybe. You know, a lot of insurance companies don't even pay out all the way. But insurance is such a scam. Okay, but it is very profitable. So, not sure why this thing dropped so hard without looking through all of the... Okay, we got some quarterly financials though. Revenue $32 million, December 2021. It's a 95% increase year over year. Net profit margin is negative 189%, but it is up 42% from last year. Okay. Let's see. If you said they're expanding, that could be good for them. Market cap's about $1 billion. Let's see what the float is. 311 million. So not a terrible float. Total shares outstanding 567. 43% held by institutions, 18% held by insiders. That's usually a good sign. You got 6 million shares short, so you got only a 1.62% short interest in the float. That's not very much at this point, which makes sense because who's going to be shorting that play when it's at the bottom of its prices? Hippo being way down under $1. Levered free cash flow is negative 164 million or 176 million. So they are not operating in the green yet, but they're only a year old, so they may have quite a bit of debt they're trying to work on to pay off, and that may be what's holding them back. Let me pull it up on TradingView and go through all of these statistics real quick. Where are you at? There you go. So we're still holding 490. The NQ actually rebounded pretty nice so far, up 2% almost on the day, up at that 13,250. Which, if the NQ actually does start rebounding a little more from these pullbacks that we've been having. Well, hold on a second. Let me see something. What's going on? So the NQ's rebounding a little bit. Let's check here. Market watch. Everything just kind of going sideways. Let's pop up Hippo here. There we go. What was it? I was thinking it's HIPO. I got HPO. Hippo Holdings. Let's see. Let's check their key stats. Now, sometimes these insurance companies, once they start becoming profitable, they will pay out revenues and dividends
Here we go. Okay, so yep, those shares are current. I want to see that. Let's see the balance sheet. So total asset. Oh, actually, even though they're in debt, they have 1.14 billion, 1.14 billion total assets and only 280 million liabilities as of 2021. So they've got quite a bit of assets. Whatever reason, well, it may be because they're an insurance company why they're negative at the moment. Net debt, 118 million. So interesting. Free cash flow. What is breaking the cash flow? What is making the negative? 138 million. Cash from investing activities. That's part of it. And then funds from operations. Let's see. Funds from operation. 168 million. Oh, that's TTM. Okay, so 2021, 168 million. So it costs them about 120 million a year to run this company. What is their total revenue? What did I say it was? So it takes 168 million. Income total revenue 54 million. 2020 or 2021 was 91 million. So that's why they look so upside down. Is because and it looks like they're predicting to make only 50 million, but it cost them, double, maybe even more than double the total revenue that they're making right now to be a company. But as I said, if you look at that balance sheet, that debt that they're in and that negative free cash flow that they got is nothing in comparison to whatever this 1.14 billion in assets is. Like, the company may not be cash flowing yet, but I'm guessing what they're considering an asset for because they're not investing much. Cash from financing activities, that's coming from loans. Let's see, did they sell a business or did they sell? Okay, so they purchased a business in 2021 for $600,000. But I'm assuming that, we did crack down below 475 again. I'm assuming that their assets would be everybody's insurance policies, I think. Maybe the real estate and building that it's on, if they're not leasing, or if they have multiple buildings, that could be part of the assets. But I'm assuming, I could be wrong, that's what they're considering as part of their assets, is those policies. So I mean, it's not a bad play or anything. It's pretty cheap. Hippo down there at 150, and it's the insurance, so I mean it's got potential to be a profitable company. I don't think there's anything majorly wrong with it off of my first look quick analysis. So just do more research and keep whatever. If you like it, do your thing. All right, let's see here. Oh, you're hoping for a big squeeze? No, that's not going to work for you. Yeah, I
kind of agree with Austin on that. Well, I definitely agree with the part about speculating on a short squeeze. This trend of retail traders trying to catch these short squeezes since GameStop and AMC happened. I'm assuming. How long have you been trading? Because if you haven't been trading long and you got into the stock market because of AMC and GameStop, and you're chasing, so maybe you even made money off of them, and you're chasing that high of that quick money off of a short squeeze. Short squeeze happens. They happen all the time in the stock market. Maybe not as big as AMC and GameStop's squeeze was, but that had so much mainstream media hype and was pretty much all planned out by several institutions. But if that's what brought you in and that's what you're constantly looking for is short squeezes, it's going to be really hard to come up with a consistent strategy for short squeezes, because to make a short squeeze happen, you have to have more buyers, more buying pressure to make the shorts cover. So when shorts cover, they have to buy shares to give back to their broker that they loaned out for the short. You're going to have way more buying pressure than selling pressure. And short squeezes always have a ton of shorting pressure. So that means you have to have a ton of buying pressure. And if you don't get that ton of buying pressure, well, now you're going to get thrown off the side of a cliff, right? Because if the shorters have control over it, and nobody is, there's not enough buyers to get them to cover, well, then you're going down even further with the shorters. So short squeezes just in general are very dangerous usually to try to trade. And I don't know of any consistent strategies for short squeezes in my whatever, how long. Now it's my birthday, I guess it's 8 years in the stock market. I don't know. But they happen all the time, just not as big as those two like I mentioned. You'll see short squeezes in penny stocks and stuff like that. And all it really is just markets, the institutions, buyers, institutions, and maybe some bigger retail investors and channels who have big chats trying to pull a short squeeze or whatever on a lower float stock. Let's see. 3 years? Okay. Well, Austin, are you considering the 1.1 billion in assets that insurance company has? Because even though they are negative cash flowing, like I was saying, they have way more assets than they do liability. Like, they have billions in assets. Their liabilities was 200 million. So they don't look great, but they could easily sell a quarter of their billion something in assets and cover whatever that debt is that they have. They're not in that terrible of debt. From what I was looking, from a technical analysis standpoint, I mean, like I said, I don't know. This is just my analysis off of the company really quick, looking at all his financials. So I'm not really going to even try to defend the play because I haven't done enough research on it. But if your main thing is looking for a short squeeze, like I said, it's probably not going to be a consistent strategy. It's going to be tricky to be that consistent with it. Acon pulled back to 240, so it's still just hanging around there. NQ almost up to the 13.3 area. Oil still climbing with the NQ at the moment. Whew. All right. Let's see. What time is it? $7:37. It don't look good to you, Austin? Yeah, I mean, you may be right, man. You may be right. Like I said, I'm just doing a quick analysis. I'm not gonna debate anybody on whether or not Hippo, a stock that's around $2, is a good play or not, when I've not done that much research on it. I wouldn't say that. Well, first off, if you're seeing possible gains, then your brain is lying to you because you can't see the future, right? So, like, if your whole strategy is based off of something that you cannot see that has not happened yet, how can you have any type of consistency to that, right? Like, you strategies in trading and investing and all that are based off of some type of analysis and some type of system with, support and resistance for being part of your entries and exits, and wherever your entries and exits are going to be, all of that. So that's, and then looking back at past chart history, that's how we try to predict movements in the future. But I would never, ever personally buy a stock intentionally off of see the possible gains in the future, because you can, when you have that mind state, that mind state is easily collapsed, because if you're saying that there's possible gains, that's why I'm in the stock. Well, if it's possible for gains, then it's also possible for losses. So you got to calculate that side of it too into your whole analysis and plan. So, I mean, does it have potential? Yeah, I can see a little potential there on it, but I don't know what your price target is, but if you have like a crazy price target, that's probably not a good idea, even with a short squeeze. Normally, what I like to do is, if I'm going to have a price target, I like to have my price target at the closest resistance above my entry, right? Because as soon as you run into resistance, it is a possibility that the stock could turn around and drop. Just like we saw with IMT here, IMTE. Running into that $5 resistance and then getting rejected and pushing back down. So 5 is kind of my price target, but I'm looking for the break of 5. And if it doesn't, if it doesn't break 5 on the next bounce off of this trend line, then I may have to get out, unless it just continues to go up this uptrend. But I have a plan. Like, there's possible gains on IMTE right here. IMTE was just $40 the end of March, so that was 4 weeks ago that this play was up at $40 for the high there, and went on that nice massive rip. But just because it was up at $40 doesn't necessarily mean it can get all the way back up to $40. This play could easily crack here and just continue to sell off. This is a NFT company or a digital asset type of company. So if something happened and they got hacked or whatever, and whatever their NFT assets were compromised, that could ruin this play, and it wouldn't matter about the possible gains in the future at all if that happened, because they're just going to crash if they get hacked like any cryptocurrency does. But at the same time, be your own trader. If you've done your research and you've done your analysis and you think that's a play for you, then that's up to you to make that decision. It's not up to anybody else. I'm just giving you my thoughts. Austin's just giving his thoughts. There's no negativeness towards you or your strategy or the stocks. We're just trying to help. If this thing, I gotta get some food, man. We're going on what? We're over 2 hours now on this stream. I am TE. You just keep teasing me like you want to break out, but it's moving kind of slow. Acon dipped back below 250. It's getting bought up, building a little bit of a higher low there from these previous higher low area. This previous higher low area. You're rooting for it. Put a stop loss in. Yeah. The only thing with the financials, why I like it a little bit more than you, Austin, I would say, is because it's an insurance company. That's the main thing that I'm incorporating. But, however, there are rules and laws and regulations depending on the state, the district, all of that, especially in health insurance. That's why you can only get like a couple of different health insurance. House insurance, there's actually quite a bit of that. So there's a lot of competition. So it could get beat. I mean, I'm sure there's insurance companies that go in and out of business all the time, just like any other type of business. So, I mean, that is a possibility for Hippo. Absolutely. You are not wrong, Austin, at all. All right. Well, guys, I believe I'm going to call it a day. So I got to get to work on everything else that's going on. INDO is back up over 19. Possible break of 20 was what I'd be looking for. HUSA testing at 375. Did just throw a little wick up to 379. And then MARPS over $8 at the moment. Bids are not over 8, but buyers have come in. Even one bought all the way up at 817. That was a high buy. Somebody willing to pay that much for it. Above price. Oh. Some of those are some decent sized buys. Oh yeah, look at that. The NQ over 13.3 now, bouncing back up, but it is running right into this previous peak here. So it's going to have to break 13.4, 13.5 if it's going to continue on up. Oil's almost at 105. I bet I know what's happening. Oh, they've got earnings. Oh, all right, Lori, have a great night. No, it's nighttime where you were at. I appreciate the birthday wishes and all that. Appreciate all the support. You are definitely a great member of this community, but we will catch you tomorrow, Miss Lori, if you are around. What was it? No. Thank you guys. I don't need all that. I don't need all that, Lord. Thank you. Without you guys, like One Life said, without you 9 sane people every day watching me, then I would be doing this for no reason. Nobody'd be watching me. So without you guys, I don't exist. So appreciate that. Thank you for allowing me to exist and have a platform to at least talk to some people, even if it is only 9 people on the live stream sometimes. But all right, guys, I'm going to call it a day. I was trying to be more active in the Discord yesterday. Things happened, and that is probably what is going to be the case today. I'm already seeing that my phone's, everything's blowing up, so I don't know how scheduled I will be or be on schedule today with the crypto channel, but we will be doing that live stream for the Gods Unchained gameplay at some point. And if I do get time, I should be in the Discord. I'm going to try to get in there and talk to everybody. Marps still starting to... Oh, IMTE back up to 490. But struggling at 490. If it gets rejected at 490 right here, it could crack. What am I in at? 475, 480. That dipped down to 474. Let's see. 10 cents. So 465. What was that top at? 458. That would be 17-cent risk on 60 shares. 10 times 6 would be, what did I just say? 18. What is my brain is not working right now. If I got 60 shares and I'm risking, if I was to risk a quarter on 100, that'd be $25. So 50, that'd be 12. So I'm risking about $14 if I was to hold it down to this 460 area. I'm going to put a stop loss in there at 459 for now, just in case I get busy, and that way I don't forget about this. Yeah. Alright, guys. Well, appreciate everybody joining me as always. Smash those like buttons if you haven't yet. Be sure to go check out the first video of the new series on H&H Trader's channel, where he's going to be covering uranium plays, all types of uranium information in the uranium markets, and even more content coming out from him, as well as a whole abundance of content getting ready to be dropped on all of y'all's heads. So, you guys stay safe out there. Again, I appreciate all of the birthday wishes. Until next time.
This is war with the enemy. Think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me. I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak.